1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. Hello everyone. It's been a while certainly, but now the stream is live. Hooray, I guess. Hope you got some questions. I already have mine. Anyways, let's get starting. And shall we start actually from scratch? Some people want to know, well, not so many, but how to start with the thing in the first place. So let's do it. And what's that, Ethan? Some magic numbers. Maybe a winning lottery ticket. We can start some great games if we win. Sure, it might help. Anyways, let's go. Whoa. This is a wrong kind of display to show. All right. Yeah, so basically this. First of all, you pretty much have to make sure that your library, your Unreal Engine's library, is updated to the last version of Apparatus available. Apparently mine has not. Oopsie! What's that? Number sequence when you started the stream. I still don't get it. Ethan, could you elaborate on that? Yeah, so anyways, first of all, we have to make sure that Apparatus is actually installed and it's the latest version. I'm not using the version that's coming from the Epic Store, obviously, from the marketplace, as pretty much everything I do it on an internal staging version, pretty much our Git's repository upstream version. But you should deal, most of the time, if you're not going with the sources only package, with this one. And either you get here an install button or this update button that you should also check and click from time to time. Everything should really go well here. Nothing to worry about. As long as you don't halt your PC or something, you should be fine, really. Cleaning up the mess, I guess. I don't really know why is it taking so long. Actually, maybe something with the whole Epic Game Store. It can be nasty. Oh, fine. So it's reported everything is up to date. Well. Let's get into the action and launch the thing. By the way, if you're using 5.0 early access version, you pretty much stuck with the sources only version of the apparatus that you will be getting if you're validated if you're like validated purchaser actually. Yeah, we can just go on and create it from a blank project preset. And yeah, we are going to analyze the C++ side of things for now. Let's call it like apparatus footprint. Yeah. So we basically like want to measure how much of a footprint apparatus is actually bringing into the game. That's kind of a self-critique here, self-critique stream here. I'm pretty much sure that a normal like plain array iterating will most of the time be a more efficient one, but I will also mention what you'll be getting if you're using the ones that come with the apparatus. So why doesn't it allow me to create a project? Oh well, I should have placed slash here. Fine. Can I use a forward one? Is it portable? Yeah. I don't need any of those, I think. Starter content. Well, I guess no. We're making it from scratch. Like full, like very from scratch. How you doing today, guys, by the way? Maybe got some thoughts? Maybe some hate speech? It's all fine, as long as it makes things better. And, well, basically, Apparatus being our like core tool for our own production. So if we make it better for you, we make it better for us as well. So it's a win-win. Help me, help you. By the way, I'm using the Visual Studio Code most of the time. We don't need this one. You can basically use any of the editor you're comfortable with. Visual Studio, Visual Studio Code, Rider, maybe C-Line even. I don't personally, I don't really like to be IDE dependent. So many people like ready to fight for their own workflow. I'm not. So if you're like feeling like defending some stuff of yours, please don't, because I'm basically fine with any of yours. And the product pretty much should support any of your like weapon of choice. Well, I'm fine. Pretty intrigued to move this thing forward actually. I'm very like motivated to add some new stuff. Well, of course, all of you are waiting for some tutorials, maybe some samples, some bootstrap projects, and I've been quite lazy on those, to be honest. And maybe we're going with a quite a bit different workload here. Of course, we are now preparing this demo full-fledged project with essentially General Arcade that I'm partnering with currently. So you should be waiting for this one. and this is our like mainstream goal. So it's gonna be, it should be huge, and it should be a full-fledged game like demo. And we brought a lot of different like talents, a lot of talented people to this production, and I hope it does well to show what Apparatus is actually capable. But you already do show what Apparatus is capable of with your own stuff, even the tiny ones. Notepad++ is actually fine as well. I know, well, if we could elaborate on that, why not? Um, I know that those like contextual code completions and hinting stuff can be pretty much useful. Can be pretty useful. But mm, the current state of Apparatus is actually generating kinda broken workflow for the Visual Studio Code, the scenario I'm using. So I won't be getting those completions at all. Like when I'm developing this plugin full on a daily basis using Visual Studio Code as my daily driver, basically, I don't get those stuff at all. So the heaviest template classes like the chain, for example, they pretty much break the static analysis for my Visual Studio Code. And so I'm basically stuck with only again basic functionality for the editing. So I'm basically not using any of the contextual helping hints that the IDE could provide for me, and I'm still doing fine. This is really not about the tools that you're using, and you should be fine with Notepad++ as well, as long as you understand what you're actually doing. Yeah, a bit of time can be saved on the compilation, because this static analysis can actually provide you with some preliminary errors before the compilation stage, but it's not really that important. I mean, most of the time I spent actually designing stuff, not even writing code. I know many of you have heard that most of the time the code is read than written. Well, most of the time I'm actually doing this apparatus thingy in my brain, so I'm not even reading stuff. Maybe in the future you'll be getting like some brain assistance thing. Hopefully not. But yeah, I'm pretty much fine doing my stuff within my own hand and within my faithful Visual Studio Code. Yeah, so let's do it. And we got the project opened, right? Now we have to do, what we have to do is go to the plugins and enable these alone but not lonely apparatus plugin that's basically in the workflow folder. Oh, you need to restart, of course, because it's a C++ based one. Maybe it should restart anyways, so let's do it. Fine. The apparatus is pretty much enabled now, and that's it. That's what you actually paid for. This cool looking, let me see it. The camera kinda gets in the way. This cool icon. Yeah, this like it's totally worth $200 already. But what if I tell you if you will also be getting the full-fledged, as advertised, ECS within this icon thing? Pretty great, isn't it? So let's go. And basically, right, let's get to some actual tasks. So first things first. Let's say we don't even have apparatus in the first place. And we're trying to achieve some really massive unit counts. So basically, you're either spawning lots of actors, which is already not that great for the cache efficiency. I think we're going to make a separate stream about this whole cache efficiency thing and if it's actually usable. And spoilers alert, it actually is. Because, I was a bit skeptical about it when the whole thing even started. I initially was like low level C99 guy. Then I've switched to an OOP approach. I didn't really well, I didn't really. It's not that I wanted to actually make this switch, but the whole environment of the coders community was pretty much into it, so I went into it. And thinking in the box of OOP, I basically was very skeptical about the whole ECS paradigm and even this whole cache efficiency thing. And this skepticism is, to some extent, was actually true, because not everything that's designed to be cache efficient will actually be a benefit in a real world scenario. And you should also be aware of it. So it's not like a magic wand or something. And I think I can just make it camera only for now. It's not like mm, it's not like you always will be getting lots of entities arranged in a flat sequence, even with the ECS approach. So it's more of a statistical thingy. You're like trying to achieve this linearity, so to say. You will the whole ECS paradigm not actually mandatory, but is designed to be based on some linear data and to organize the data that it's working on in a linear space, so to say. But basically, yeah, it's a more of a statistical thingy that's more natural to the ECS approach. And basically, the special most case of this linear data is actually a plain C array, and that's what we are going with for the next step. So what do we actually have here? Mm-hmm. This is source. This is the main module. This is the main game mode. So let's create an actor, shall we? Let's create a simple ticking actor. Damn, this camera is really getting in the way. I think I just have to switch the desktop. Let's do it this way. Maybe in the future I'll actually have some like hanging hook, but now I'm just using a tripod. So this is not going anywhere. Okay. Going out here. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. And this is going in reverse. Okay. Let's create this C++ actor. And we're going with file, new C++ class. So let's do it. And I'll elaborate on for those that are not actually familiar with the whole C++ workflow for Unreal Engine. You basically select the upper or the base class for your new class. It should be mentioned that ECS is actually not OOP, obviously, and it doesn't imply this like hierarchical, how, damn it, hierarchical. Well, it doesn't imply those base classes. No hierarchies, basically. No base classes, no derived classes. Everything is like flat. But anyways, the Unreal Engine itself is always an OOP based solution. So in the end, you'll be having like some of the root OOP classes anyways. Otherwise, you won't be able to naturally inject into the engine. But it doesn't really hurt the performance and the design benefits of ECS at all. So let's do it, and let's create an actor. And it should be called something like public and private. This is basically creating a header and a C++ file, or maybe even something else. Yeah, we need a runtime class, because you could have also an editor only module. We're going with the runtime one. Yeah, and let's create it. So the two new files are here, and they also have this tick function implemented. Basically, this is just a template for the new actor that's ticking like every frame. So it executing some kind of code. And let's create a C, a normal C, a normal classic C, not C++ array here, not vector, so to say. We can do it like so. Say it will be a vector, or an array of vectors. So it will be f vector. It's a class from Unreal Engine. Where does it actually declared? Is it like math or something? I always forget that. Okay, you should include this thing then. I'm pretty much sure that actor is already including this, but anyways, I like to include everything explicitly. So this is f vector, and let's call it like data. And it will be an array of runtime allocated size. We'll be getting to this in the next step. And let's create a constant value. We'll be using a constant expression, a static one. Let's make it int32, and data size. Basically, the number of elements that we'll be going to use. I could, of course, inject this thing here, but unfortunately, this class would then hog too much memory runtime, and maybe some other nasty stuff could actually happen. So I'm just going to allocate it dynamically inside the begin play. I'm going to use like a normal new operator. Of course, I could use, but maybe I should use. Damn it. Let's try it anyways. Okay, now. Will this compile? I'm always not sure. Now it's not. Right. So it's gonna be returning a pointer. Vector is not assignable. Why is this? I don't even remember this stuff. Yeah, I should be like, it should be a vector pointer. How do you actually allocate? Like so. Yeah, I'm kinda confused here. Cut. Yeah, that's right. Anyways, well, I always forget this thing about interchangeable use of pointers and arrays within C. Apparently, this is not a use case for this one. So, what are we going to do? Well, basically, let's just maybe with each element in this array, let's say this is vector. Why doesn't it analyze actually? I haven't included apparatus, so it should be fine. Something wrong with the includes. Damn it. I was actually always getting pretty much working out of the box experience with Visual Studio Code for some plain situations, but apparently not this time. Something else has broken. So those compile commands Basically, those are just bunch of commands for the compiler for each file. And apparently I'm not like getting those. Those are should be provided by the Unreal Engine itself. Maybe something else has updated within the C++ extension. Those are for the Unreal Engine itself. Oh, it's now C17 actually. That's pretty weird. As long as I've read the official documentation correctly, actually it should be C14. But anyways. Okay, let's regenerate the project then. Maybe this will be changed because we need the ones for this project exactly. Nah, damn it. Why exactly those aren't created? This is C# even. We don't need those. Damn it, it's no longer supporting. Yeah, the problem is actually here. I think I was actually the guy who submitted this patch because otherwise it was complaining about the double quotes used. Now they are mandatory as it seems. Okay. Oh no, I've actually submitted, I think I've actually submitted a different thing before. Come on. What's that? The dumbest thing ever. Anyways, let's not waste time on this. So there should be like, oh, always forget. Yeah. Let's just move it upwards. And that's basically it. Each frame. Damn it, why doesn't this... Again. Come on. I should be getting the stats. Control, Alt, O, it is. Right. Come on. Don't do this to me. Of course, I can use an internal profiler, but for such simple task, I only need the river turners actually. Oh. Well, I'm actually using this thing to control that thing. What happened? It worked like all the time. What happened? Don't make me reboot the whole stuff. Will it work on my second monitor then? No. I'm pretty much screwed. Okay, let's reboot the software then. Stupid. This freaking thing has never stopped working before. It was like super stable. This is the first time that I'm getting it wrongly executing. Something is off. Close. It should reboot. If it's closed, it should reboot. What could get in front of it? I think some kind of stupid software that I've installed recently. It got this Control L Alt O key binding on itself or something like that. Maybe not though. I think we gotta reboot. Maybe this GeForce experience is getting in the way. Come on, what do you want from me, really? Yeah, this isn't getting anywhere. We have to reboot. Sorry then. Well, this thing pretty much screwed me up. It doesn't work here at all. It even works in games now. But I absolutely need this Riva tuner counter because I have to like measure all the cycles from the CPU or from the GPU, and I'm quite sorry to say, but I have to like I don't I'm not going into the Unreal Engine's profiler. I need this basic like functionality in order to proceed. So I think we will postpone it until later, and I hope it will be the tomorrow's evening because I'm pretty much stuck without the thing really. I need a good like comparison tool, and I'm pretty sure I can find another one because these like well, it's pretty much the best, and I think I should like I should fix it. It doesn't work any longer. I don't know why. It worked like yesterday for sure, but no longer viable. And it works. It even works in games. So it's a kind of a nasty bug, actually. Kind of a nasty issue. Um, hmm, what a disappointment, really. All right, we're going to rebroadcast this one. I hope tomorrow, because already lost quite some time on this one. Damn it. Why doesn't this one works? Of course, I could like scope count everything from the performance from the profiler, but I don't like it. Mm. No, yeah, let's do it the right way. I'm going to fix the issue with this profile thingy, this stats shower, and when it's done, we're going to continue. So stay tuned for the updates. Sorry, guys, still deprecate the OOP.